What is going on, everybody? We're here and we're live on RK Outpost Live. I saw some people in the chat that were maybe thought we didn't realize this was RK Outpost Live, that this was the second channel. Maybe they thought that this was the normal Sunday stream, but no, this is the new and improved and on a new day rescheduled supporter stream. So we did it last month on Sunday for March. We're doing it again on a Sunday, leading up to my main stream that I do every single Sunday here in April with, my top tier members and supporters. Appreciate the hell out of these guys. So we just talk about the news of the day. And there's a lot of shit to talk about when it comes to Disney, Star Wars, and all the announcements they're making at Star Wars Celebration. Of course, Super Mario Brothers dominating the box office. And of course, anything else they want to talk about. As always, a lot of people that come on this channel also have channels themselves. I'd love it if you guys supported them just like you support me. So this isn't really my time to talk. My time to talk is 6:30 and onward. But for now, let's start introducing all the guests. Patty, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, same as usual.
You got an updated profile picture.
Well, I updated to a new laptop, so it had me as no profile picture. So I just grabbed this one right before the stream.
The quickest thing you can find right there. I like it. I like it. And also, I should have said before, happy Easter, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good holiday with their family. And yeah, it's a glorious day indeed. So
yes, happy Easter.
Also, we've got Sir Reefer. What's up, man?
Oh, just vibing, chilling at my house, getting hosed over by Amazon, so I couldn't build my PC this week. Sent me a mounting kit, and someone in the shipping department decided they're going to jack 4 screws in an instruction manual from me.
Well, there you go. Fuck them then. Get full refund. Full refund.
I did, and they're sending me a free one. I just got to wait till this upcoming Wednesday now.
Well, that's good. That's good. Fucking Amazon. But you're still going to use them all the time because it's like, they got everything.
There's no other option. I got out here in the middle of nowhere.
That's very true. It's very true. I see Seratano in the chat. She can't be here. She's at a restaurant. She's not coming on the stream today, but she's still sneaking chats in the stream while at a restaurant, probably with her family. So big shout out to Seratano.
Based.
We've got Mr. J. What's up, brother?
Well, hello, and happy Easter. It's been a wonderful day here in little old Denmark. Lots of sun, fairly warm, nice weather, outside all day, but it's time to do some nerd shit.
That's right. Well, happy Easter to you, and thanks for coming on. Apparently, Easter is a massive drinking day over there.
Every day, no. Every national holiday, whether it's Easter, Christmas, New Year's, whatever it is, 1st of May, get the alcohol.
I don't even understand what 1st of May is. Why that's a holiday, but
No, yeah, that's the worldwide workers' day of the workers. It's like a communist day, whatever.
Communist.
I was gonna say that sounds like commie bullshit.
But all European countries basically has the 1st of May. It's not a holiday per se, but it's like the trade unions have made sure that that's the day we have off and we drink.
That does sound like a good drinking day.
It is.
We've also got our man Ruben Christopher Haynes. What's up, Ruben? How you doing?
Doing very well, Ryan. Thank you for having this. I just was here working. Yes, I work on a Sunday, and so I just got to come in here. So I'm enjoying Orlando, doing a lot more out here, and now I've launched my Rumble channel and I'm exclusive on Rumble. So I'm just doing a lot of content out there, and again, losing more weight, getting myself back into health, and just doing it naturally. Doing my own research. So terrible, but we're doing it and achieving. I'm going to do things where you keep on pushing myself. So I'm here to have fun.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for being here, buddy. We've also got returning to the stream, our man Flaccid Phoenix. What's up, dude?
Oh, thanks for having me on. I was going to say, yeah, return to the stream. Also, today marks the greatest return/comeback in human history. Jesus Christ comes back just when you thought he was down for the count. 3 days later, rises up. So thanks for having me on.
That's true. That's true. I'm trying to think of like what you're talking about because I was thinking about a sporting event. But yes,
I was just thinking about Kim Kardashian comeback story.
Thanks for being here. And then you guys have missed this man. You've missed him. but he has returned. We needed to make sure we had enough diversity on the panel today, and we have it. Mexican Iron Man is here.
Chief Diversity Officer for RK Nation, reporting for racist duty, sir.
Oh, yeah, dude. Good to have you, man.
Ready to oppress my people or any other peoples that need some oppression. Ready for action, sir.
Well, there's going to need to be a lot of oppression with all these big announcements coming out from Disney, Star Wars, I think. So we needed Mexican Iron Man on the job. And we got 2 more people that popped in after we started. We got Biggles. Matt, what's up, Biggles?
Hello, everybody. Disney did something I didn't think was possible. They made me hate something with Jack Black in it. Now other people have tried, but Disney is the only one who has succeeded. And that's it. Okay, I'm done. I'll be here for a little bit. I can't stay long, but I'm here for now.
I'm kind of surprised so many people are here because it's Easter Sunday and everything, but I'm glad we got a big crowd. And we'll top it off with Subhuman. What's up, man?
Take a wild guess of where I am.
In your truck.
In your truck?
In a truck stop bathroom.
Want to bet?
Oh, wow.
You're in your room.
Wow, you're in your house.
You're actually in a bed.
Yeah.
Whose home did you break into?
No, I got home about a couple hours ago.
Nice. Well, good. I'm glad you're not having to do it from the road for sure.
No, I've actually been doing some organization. I just bought me a new comic book.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There you go.
That's the actually I have this one. This is actually the only one I don't have. This is the volume 1 of Road to No Man's Land. I got the rest of them in one of my boxes. And then I also got a couple others also. Yeah, I got Ghost, Omnibus Volume 2, Volume 3,
Oh yeah.
and Volume 4.
You got a lot of stuff to read there
Nice.
for sure.
Well, I've already read these.
Oh, you're just organizing them?
Yeah. And of course, I also got, some manga too.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
So we got a couple things. Star Wars Celebration is ongoing right now. I know Mexican Iron Man's been hot on the case. He's been on some live streams talking about this stuff. I know that there were rumors out there that Kathleen Kennedy was going to announce her retirement and moonwalk off the stage. That there was just already money for a big cake and a big party and everything. Certainly doesn't seem to be the case. They've announced a lot of things, including 3 new movies. One with Rey returning after the sequel trilogy. One with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and one with James Mangold, set 25,000 years before the movies or the original trilogy. We've had big announcements of the Ahsoka trailer, content on The Acolyte, which that is going forward. Leslie Headland's former personal assistant is making a big lesbian Star Wars martial arts show. Hey,
I can't wait.
If you're there at Celebration, if you're excited for Disney Star Wars, you have hope for Disney Star Wars, you're probably loving a lot of these announcements. I think for a lot of people, they're seeing some of this stuff and really wondering, holy shit.
But there's also good news. There's also good news because we now know that Star Wars is not about good and evil, right?
Yes.
Holy shit, when I saw that, I wanted to smash my head against the wall.
Oh, Lord.
Do it now. Do it.
But that's the entire thing.
did.
Everything out there is about the ambiguity, not having clear defined lines. Everything's a gray area now. So that's what they're touting in everything that you see, everything that you consume. It's all that there.
I think the people from Alderaan have another opinion on that.
They don't anymore.
Alderaan isn't real, and Star Wars is dead. Period.
Yeah, here's that good and evil thing that people are talking about. This is from a cast member on The Acolyte, about what they love about Star Wars.
That's my boy.
Battle for power. I mean, the best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil. It depends on what side you're standing on, truly. You know what I mean? That you can look at any angle and see yourself relate through all the characters. Darth, Luke,
The best thing about Star Wars is there's no good or evil.
Wow.
If you can see yourself blowing up a planet, if you have that thought in your mind, you need to go see Doctor.
I will
Amen.
not see a doctor. All right.
Amen. In all truthfulness, the unemployment rate on Alderaan dropped to 0. That's all I'm going to point out.
Yeah, that's positive.
But the idea here is the fact that this is for everything is done for the greater good. It basically, that's what their whole idea is. That they have a side, both sides intrinsically, according to them, are good. But they're saying they're both sides of there are all sides of everything. No, there's not. There is clear delineation between light and dark. If they don't see that, then we failed as a society.
And George Lucas said so.
Yes,
he's quoted.
It's just funny that he says the best thing, right? It's not even like, oh, there's a thing about Star Wars that I like that, sometimes there's gray areas in it. And that's, first off, not true, but he says that's his favorite thing or the best thing. And when he says, like, yeah, there's people you can relate to on the good and bad side, that's true. Vader, by the end of it, is supposed to be a sympathetic character. He's not supposed to be an uplifting, model for you to look at, but there's what else would the Emperor be besides the antithesis of evil in this universe, and also in a universe where using the Force is considered dark or light? It's there's clear good and evil, retard. Come on, dude.
The dark side feeds off hate. Hate. What more do you need to know? Hate.
You guys gonna forget, maybe if you're evil, it's okay because you gotta look at it from that perspective. Because maybe your daddy didn't love you enough, mom didn't hug you enough. It's like a George Michael song, from the old.
Yeah, it's some of the crazy shit we've heard, and to be fair, it's always like this. You can't expect every single person involved with every single project is the biggest Star Wars fan ever, but they get up on stage and they're kind of forced to pretend like they are. And they end up saying these things that are just completely nonsensical. Another woman associated with the Acolyte, it's just I just love that I had a strong female character, and we haven't had very many of those in Star Wars. So it's just so patriarchal, shit like that. So it's
Mara Jade and Jaina Solo don't exist in her world. Then
I'll do you one better, sub. Tenel Ka.
Ooh, that's a good one. No. Who's another one?
Mon Mothma, Princess Leia. Padme.
Luke Skywalker is a great female character. I remember that now, right? That's the thing now, or is it that he likes boys? I forgot which one it was.
The least they can do.
I forgot. Who was the one chick that was supposed to be Anakin Solo's girlfriend? I forgot her name. Tahiri? Yeah, Tahiri. I loved her story. I mean, I didn't get a chance to really see her redemption, but she had a really good story from.
The least they can do, right? The least they can do is buy one of the old novels. It could be Heir to the Empire, whatever. Just read, just go out and find some information. Talk to fucking George Lucas. If you're one of those actors who lead one of these shows, you can get a hold of George Lucas and actually ask the man, what is this about? So you don't look like a fucking moron when you're on the stage, right? People who play James Bond, I can guarantee you, the people who probably went out and bought some of Ian Fleming's books to read what is James Bond about before they put their own personal touch to this. Modern day actors, they don't give a shit. Oh, it's about diversity. Oh, yeah, because there's no diversity in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, it's called doing your research.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's also kind of figure out what kind of device are you talking about.
And actors actually used to do that. They actually used to do their research on a role. If it was an IP, it could be James Bond or whatever, right? Murder She Wrote, for all I care. They did their background checks on the character from the universe they were about to play. But now, no. It's all about diversity and inclusion.
Well, they certainly want you to remember at least one book coming out of this Disney Star Wars celebration, because this is what we got in the Ahsoka trailer.
No.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was simmering when that happened.
Trust me, I was watching Friday Night Tights when you showed that, and I know y'all were cringing as hell. I was too.
No, I was furious.
I know. I mean, was it you, Ryan, that predicted this was going to happen? That they were going to use Ahsoka as a whole Empire thing?
Over 2 years. That as soon as we got the rumors of her involvement in The Mandalorian, and kind of that she clearly was on a mission still. I'm like, they're gonna do this. They're trying to set this up. They're trying to recreate Heir to the Empire in a little section of the galaxy that's not super important, so that they're not forced to try to justify why this wasn't talked about, in the galaxy in the sequel trilogy, because it is all connected. So they're going to try to do this thing in the Outer Rim, unknown regions. They're going to try to do Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka as the lead character. And you're going to have some dark Jedi that are sitting there with Thrawn, stuff like that. And this is exactly where we're headed. And they even had the audacity to spell it out. And I had some people comment to me when I complained about this. It's like, well, first you complained that they didn't use the expanded universe. Now you complain because they're doing an adaptation of it. No, this is not an adaptation of Heir to the Empire. This is a blatant destruction of everything that came before by tearing it all down, by throwing it in the trash, and you picking and choosing little pieces of these things to bastardize. This is not a adaptation of Heir to the Empire with Thrawn and Han and Leia and Luke and Mara and Lando and Talon Karrde. That's not what this is. This is the name Heir to the Empire, a fake Thrawn, Ahsoka as the main character, all these characters from Rebels thrown into the fucking mix. This is a hollow shell of something that you're using a name that people love, but there's absolutely no soul to it. Fuck off.
It's a vandalization.
And how many more Jedi survived Order 66 now? Right?
A lot.
You survived Order 66. You survived Order 66. Everybody survived Order fucking 66.
But I mean, to be fair, quite a few Jedi did survive Order 66 in the EU. They were just hunted down in the 19 years period between Episode 3 and Episode 4.
But they asked George Lucas how many empires survived the aftermath of Order 66, and George Lucas specifically said none. Because they actually, John Fupio talked about yesterday, he was actually asked if they could change it or that he could produce a book that would change it. And George Lucas specifically said, no, nobody survived.
Yep.
And now everybody survived. Except for the babies.
Well, it was actually only called Order 66 because only 66 Jedi died.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's pretty good. That's lazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like, how they announced, Rey, trying to establish the Jedi Order. Are they going to pretty much like rehash Jedi Academy and maybe do the new Jedi Order series also? If that's the case, it's trash.
Well, from my perspective, these shows will all lead to the downfall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire in the First Order. All points to the sequel trilogy. So these shows are all about how Ahsoka's going to fail because Rey Palpatine's coming. And they're going to, again, it's the Palpatine saga now. It's not the Skywalker saga. So when this new movie comes up with Daisy Ridley, they're going to basically destroy these characters so they can prop her up instead. Again, what people don't want. It's completely ridiculous.
You know what
I like how the headlines say Rey is returning. It doesn't say Rey Palpatine or Rey Skywalker. It just says Rey. So there might be leading to something.
Hashtag Rey is not a Skywalker.
We know this.
I hope the frame I saw on Twitter was a fake, but it was a frame of pregnant Rey on Tatooine.
It was fake.
Okay, thank God. I'm like, no.
First of all, if they were going to
it doesn't need to be that bad.
First of all, if she were going to be pregnant, first of all, she'd have to change her gender for Disney, then be a dude that's pregnant. That's how that would work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it'd be Kylo Ren because they only got a kiss out of it unless something changes.
Hey, if Adam Driver,
it was ghost jizz.
If Adam's career was going as poorly as Daisy Ridley's, he would probably be back for another one. Like death means nothing in Star Wars. We know that. That's fucking clear. They would be willing to bring him back. They can't actually kill off anybody. They can't even kill off fucking Ming-Na Wen and Mando. They can't even kill off the elephant character with the Boba Fett. Like it doesn't mean anything now. So I'm sure Adam drops back from a little giving up his life force or whatever.
I had somebody write on a Danish Star Wars page on Facebook, Dave Filoni is God's gift to Star Wars fans. I was so shocked. It blew me that much away. I didn't know how to answer him. And I still don't know. I need to find an answer to this idiot. But he's clearly not a Star Wars fan. Dave Filoni gives to Star Wars
I-
fans.
I kind of hope these upcoming Star Wars, especially the Rey movie, is just really, 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 really bad. Not bad like as in, oh yeah, this is boring. No, I want it to be horrendously bad, right? Like historically bad. Like I want Dylan Mulvaney to make his way somehow onto
Kristen
the
Cole.
Jedi Order. That would be great, and I would love every second of it because then at least it's like historically bad, not just like what we're seeing with Mandalorian, which is like meh. Yeah, it's bad. You know, it's pretty bad, but like I guess now Mandalorian's getting that way. But you know what I'm saying? Like season 2 of Mando is kind of like it's boring. Boba Fett was boring, but yeah, Mando I guess right now is the trend I like to see it in because like let it all burn. Don't let it just like section off some part of the house. Like let the whole thing
let
burn.
anybody
somebody
have
out there's
any-
doing it.
Don't let anyone have any justification for like pretending like it's good or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just make it really fucking terrible. And we do have we got a big super chat from Buford T Justice for 50. Don't worry, Ryan. Kathleen Kennedy hasn't been fired, but she doesn't have control anymore. She just still makes all the decisions. John and Dave will retcon the sequels and save Soy Wars. Props for Ryan for predicting they're going to destroy Thrawn.
He forgot one thing. He forgot something. Hashtag Doomcock was right. Ha!
There you go. Thanks for adding that one in there, Master J. Yeah, listen, I think that all this stuff is confirmed to me with all the rumors, all the bullshit. All of this has confirmed is that Kathleen Kennedy is in charge, has always been in charge, and will continue to be in charge until she's ready to leave.
Yep.
No,
And they
until
should
she
still be in
dies.
charge after she leaves.
Until she dies.
Maybe,
That's what I'm saying.
maybe until she dies.
I mean,
She is
bro,
69.
think about it. Let's say she leaves as exec producer, for example. Let's say she's able to wiggle something in for future, projects of Lucasfilm. That means this bitch doesn't have to be employee or president. She can walk right in and flex her producer muscle.
Aren't you kind of though impressed by the? Oh, sorry.
I mean,
go ahead,
it
Mike.
could actually get worse. It could never. I mean, to me, it's dead and it's never coming back. I mean, it's just dead.
Someone should do an investigation of Kathleen Kennedy and find out what she really knows, all the secrets, because she's holding secrets.
I don't know if she had so many secrets as she's just surrounded by a bunch of beta ass bitch males that refuse to like hold her accountable.
That too.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed by how shitty of a job she's done and able to hold that position. I couldn't imagine doing any job in the world this badly and then somehow still holding position at the top. It's amazing. It's a masterclass at seizing power and holding on to it for this long.
I have one phrase. Brandon?
I was going to say, how long was Susan Wojcicki the CEO of YouTube? I mean,
you just stepped down recently, yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't like shit the bed like Kathleen Kennedy did with one of the best franchises, literally printing money. She somehow found a way to make the money printer into a shit printer. You know, that's an amazing feat in itself. And then also holding the position she still does from the beginning it's great. I love it.
I blame Bob Iger.
I blame George Lucas. He picked her.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, George was okay with her taking over. And whenever anyone ever praises like Dave and say that, well, obviously Dave Filoni was George Lucas's right-hand man. He's who he would have wanted. It's like, well, it's not who he had a right-hand man in Dave Filoni and a left-hand woman in Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep.
So,
I'm sure she used her right hand.
Maybe it's okay to question some of those judgments, I think, and say, I don't know.
Weird threesome. It's a horrific threesome right there.
Dave Filoni would probably be looking at the stuffed animals the whole time.
Yeah, probably.
No, Dave Filoni's holding the camera.
Chris Gore, yes, she is. She's 69. Kathleen Kennedy is 69 years old.
Kathleen Kennedy must have the same amount of information that J. Edgar Hoover had on politicians. She's basically the J. Edgar Hoover of entertainment. She's got her little safe somewhere where she has all the secrets. She has to know something because nobody does that bad of a job in capitalist America would keep that job that long unless she knows something.
The fact that the shareholders have lost this much money and she hasn't been fired, it says something.
Like again, it was just not something that was going to happen. I think that it seems crazier because a lot of people assumed for a long time she was going to be fired. You know what I mean? So
was she just given an ultimatum?
almost like people had their hearts set on it or something.
I used to have a production accounting in Santa Monica and Hollywood for many years. One thing I learned about Hollywood is that failure tends to get promoted and not held accountable.
Yeah, certainly. And like there are Kathleen Kennedy knows a lot of fucking people. She's been around Hollywood a long freaking time. And with these announcements, her standing up there on stage with Mangold, Filoni, and whatever that fucking other woman's name is that directed Miss Marvel, who's going to direct the Ray movie. Man, hey, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Ryan,
when it
you are
comes
going to
to
be a
failures.
millionaire.
Yeah, how about that delay?
Ryan, you're going to become a millionaire over the next year and a half with all that money you're going to make. A millionaire.
So is Gary. So is Jeremy. So is Drunk CPO.
Biggles, I know you need a balance because it's Easter, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, for letting me be here and making fun of Star Wars. That's it.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Have
being
a
here,
good
Biggles.
Easter, Biggles.
But somebody else left. What happened?
That was Mr. J.
Who got banished?
It's probably his commie internet. There he is.
There he is.
No, I just pushed the wrong button.
There you go. All right,
That's why
we'll
you
see you,
pulled him
Biggles.
out
Thanks for
away
coming,
from it.
man.
All right, later, guys. Happy Easter.
All right,
See you
bye.
later.
Bye.
Hey, man.
But yeah, I guess in terms of, is there anything else you guys saw during this Star Wars celebration that kind of caught your eye? They said, hey, no, Obi-Wan Kenobi 2, there's no season 2 actively in production, but maybe we'll make it if people want it enough.
I didn't really
Well, they
Like
didn't
the
have the
Ryan
last
Johnson
shadow.
trilogy.
I was busy pouring acid in my eyes.
There's a pretty I covered a lot of it with Echo Bases, Ryan, and there was some the Daniels interview was just a train wreck. The way they treated oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. It was on the last Return of the Jedi anniversary panel. Oh my god, come on, I'm blanking. The black guy. Jesus Christ, I'm blanking. I don't know.
Billy D.
Billy D, yeah, man.
Billy Williams.
That was pretty painful and tragic to watch. I don't know. The whole thing was just a damn train wreck. Their hosts suck. I mean, the only bright spot in this is going to watch favorite YouTubers like Ryan, Gary, and others, make a buttload of money the next 5, 6, 7 years as they continue to F this thing up.
Ooh, yeah.
This is clearly a company that's waiting for all of us who are true Star Wars fans to die off. That's what they really think. They think that they just want us to die off and fade away, and they're going to replace us with whatever idiots they think they can muster up, but it's not going to happen.
Lamau, I ain't dying anytime soon. I'm way too fucking young to die.
Well, I'm talking about people more my generation. I'm just saying, 45 and north. They really are. This is a company that's hostile towards particularly white middle-aged men and men in general. So
Pretty much the target audience.
That's true. Yeah, that was always
The
weird to
majority
me.
of their fan base.
That was weird to me because they bought Star Wars and Marvel to appeal to those boy audience, Disney, because they had the princess market down pat. They're like, okay, we need something for boys. They buy these two properties, and then they're like, well, let's make them for girls now too. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
no, let's make them only for girls now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's.
But for
more
me,
like
what's
it.
interesting is the fact that I was actually in the theater for all the original trilogy. I was sat there in 77, 80, and 83. I was there. And again, that Star Wars is one of the components that made me the man I am today. Is I work in STEM. So that adventure, going out there, call to arms, call to action was exemplifies what I did in my life. And now, if I were at that same age, I wouldn't be inspired by this at all. I'd be turned off by it as a child.
Isn't it this year that Return of the Jedi just turned 40?
Yes.
Yeah, they did a little talk about that there as well.
A little? They should have talked a lot
Celebration.
about that, but I know it's not important. But what's interesting is that, if they ever decide to like put the original trilogy back in theaters just for like their 50th anniversary, they could do that. But the thing is, though, with the whole AI thing, they can reword a lot of things if possible. But that's just me.
Well, I think again, I talked about, hey, they're gonna redo Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka as the main character.
Mhm.
I've also said for a long time, I've maintained that eventually we will see a rebooted original trilogy, we'll see a full recast and we'll see a full redo of the original trilogy. I just think that is,
Oh yeah,
I think they'll wait till after George is dead, not because they have to or whatever. I just think that they're just going to wait for it optics wise, or wait till after George is dead, and they'll do a full reboot. And they'll fix a lot of things. They'll make things more diverse and more representative. It'll be exactly like what we're seeing from what Disney's already doing to their animated movies, to their animated projects. Oh, they're doing a fucking live action Moana, a retelling of Moana, which is only like 7 or 8 years old. But yeah, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, all this stuff, Aladdin, in the same vein, they're going to do that for the original trilogy.
But they're trying to make the original sources the real stories. Perfect example being Little Mermaid, which is a story about the ascension from the sea to the air of a creature, basically. And they changed it. Now they're changing everything because, again, everything had a foundation in what is good and what is bad. That's what all classic stories are. They're about the hero's journey. And now it's not the hero's journey. It is nothing. They want you to have no foundation at all, in any grounding at all. They basically say the same.
You know, I'm just upset that I won't get to see Carrie Fisher's coke nail in the original trilogy and remakes.
True.
Yeah,
By the way, The Little Mermaid was written by a man who never once in his life saw anybody south of 10 in my country. Hans Christian Andersen from my country. He never
Wait, don't you have a statue out there also of the Little Mermaid?
He never saw a black man, a brown man. He never saw an Asian person once in his life, ever.
Lucky.
Yeah, because I read that.
Sorry.
Pretty good.
Because I've read the original story, and I know how the Little Mermaid, how it ends. She pretty much dies, but becomes eternal, which is actually how it goes. Because the guy, I guess his name was Prince Eric, but he falls in love with somebody else. She's heartbroken, and of course, she
it's
dies.
an analogy for life, an analogy also. It has some Christian roots, and that idea of that's the whole. Again, all these stories in their original form have a point, and it's a shared cultural experience we have as humanity, and that is under attack from all sides. And that's anything. He just said that from any point of view. Yes, we have to circle the wagons and protect media, real physical media. That's what I'm going to do, is go out and buy and then keep it in a digital vault so they can't touch
look what they're doing to look what they're doing to the books right now with Agatha Christie and all them books. You're just going out to just rewording sentences and all that, basically say the same thing to just make no sense.
They're changing stories to be palatable to what they think the modern audience is. But 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, those same things are going to be completely different, right? Like you shouldn't change these stories. Let them stay exactly the way that they are. I don't care if we're talking about 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 2,000 years ago, because it's important that those do stay in place.
Yeah, because I do remember Roald Dahl. He said that he literally said that he does not want any changes to his books whatsoever, and they pretty much just went behind his back and did it.
Yeah, I have a public service announcement about myself. I'm Ruby Christopher Haynes, and I'm fat and enormous. I'm Augustus Gloop. I admit that because that's what I am. I'm not going to be delusional and say I'm not fat and enormous. I'm working on it. But again, you cannot change reality. And I get really upset with this because, again, I accept who I am. I love who I am. And when they try and change characters, even in Star Wars, and then they basically change the grounding of who they are, it just really irritates me because, again, I know what they're doing. They're trying to subvert and confuse those that have the most malleable minds, children.
We have a couple of super chats. Let me get through some of these. Thank you so much, guys. We got almost 500 people here, which is pretty good turnout over here on this side channel. So
Brian, unbelievably, RK Nation is the future.
Look at that. Thank you, Mexican Army. I appreciate you, buddy. Yes, RK Nation, indeed. You can get those over on rkapples.com. Go to the shop.
You and Drunk 3PO have my two favorite. I got tons of these tumblers, and the two that you guys sell are my favorite. His is a lot bigger and different, and then this one, what's great about this one is it's awesome either with coffee or like right now I'm having it with ice water, but it's really awesome.
You know what? Forget the tumbler. When are we getting our Ryan KKK plushie?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait a minute. Isn't
actually-
that an FNT plushie supposed to be like that?
There
Because I'm pretty
is.
sure we're
It's
getting a
not gonna be-
quarterback Garrett
It's not going to
plushie.
be me in a white hood, but
Oh, come on.
no, we can't do that one. But there is, we do have a plushie in the works. For me, I don't know when it's going to go up, but it does exist. And I haven't actually held it in my hand yet, but hopefully I will pretty soon. So it'll be. We'll let you guys know.
Can we
I
get
don't
a
know who the fuck
bundle it
wants
too
to buy
hard.
that. Who wants to buy that? But,
No,
I'll buy
I want a Halloween edition where he's dressed like a ghost.
Hey, if you guys want to add your own additions to it, once you buy it, it's yours to do whatever the fuck you want with. So if you want to get a little pillowcase and put eyes on it, put it over its head, that's up to you. All right.
No, you'll
That's
just
the
be
idea.
you'll just be a Spanish priest, man. That's an ancient Spaniard tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 500 years old.
See, Junkman says that he's gonna get it, so he can use it in his skits, so that'll be good.
My plushie, my RK plushie can team up with my Andy Masterson action figure, and we can go hunting for minorities together out on a weekend.
There you go. That sounds like a plan. Magnum Norse for $10, so I can't drink Jack or Bud no more because they're a bunch of commies. Hey,
Well,
it's up to
if
you.
If you were drinking Bud beforehand, I'm sorry you were drinking horse piss.
Well,
Here,
if
here.
you're drinking Bud Light, yes. If you're drinking Bud Heavy, I don't have any problem with that. But
That's not to say you can't. It's just the only way they are going to learn is by hitting them in the wallet. That's the only thing they care about.
yes, and they, I don't think that Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch has tweeted since they made that announcement because they've gotten destroyed on social media, on every form of social media. So maybe they have learned that they probably shouldn't do that. Stop hiring 26-year-old activist women as your marketing brand managers.
Wasn't she like 40?
I don't know how old she was, but she's an activist woman. So her brain is 27. Stop hiring those people for all these like kind of male-centric things. You know what I mean? Mark Hendricks for 10. Hey, Ryan, happy Easter, bud. I'm at the Easter family function on the phone, so I can't stay. You guys have a wonderful resurrection day. Take care, my fellow RK Outposters. Hold on to your eggs. So, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, man. And happy Easter to you. Happy Easter to you. Magnum Norse for 5. Biden is janky Palpatine.
Basically.
Somehow he got elected.
Somehow he ain't dead.
Yeah, Magnum Norse for 10. Kathleen Kennedy needs us to sniff her Gucci snap.
Oh, God.
Oh, I didn't need to hear that shit.
No.
I'm gay now.
Someone's got to take one for the team.
Fine, I'll do it.
Biggles will do it. Blasphemy.
Yeah, Biggles will do it. He'll do it for
Just
Klondike
like, I'll
Bar.
hop on it.
I mean, he has a point. She hasn't gotten any action in a long, long time.
Not even for my
Yeah, I
husband.
don't know. Frank Marshall. I mean, that's her husband, right?
I think so.
You think they're still boning or what?
No
Hell
way.
no.
Mm-mm.
Ryan, she's 70.
She
fucking
probably
years
tells
old.
him no every
Ew.
night.
Oh, she's 69.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
difference.
she's 69.
Ew.
Bro, you don't even know what's down there. You'd have to go in there with one of them keyboard spray cleaners.
No, you need
Little
fucking
air-
Indiana
little
Jones
air
to find
burst,
the
yeah, yeah.
treasure.
No,
Me
bro,
and
it would be
my
like that. It would be like that South Park scene with fucking Hillary Clinton's snook.
Bro, you guys, if having sex with Kathleen Kennedy saved Star Wars, would you guys do it?
No.
If I was
What,
allowed
okay,
full
what
creative
do I
control
gotta
over
do?
Star Wars,
Do I
after
gotta
that,
finish?
yes.
Does she gotta finish? Like, what's the deal?
She doesn't
here?
have to because you can't guarantee that on any given day. So you just have to do the deed. And hey, if it takes
Can
you
I
25 minutes to bust or if it takes you 30 seconds, that's
Can I
that's
retcon
on you.
I volunteer.
Oh, you volunteer as
Mexican
Jibber?
Iron Man.
I'll go in. We Mexicans, if there's one thing we know how to do besides landscaping, it's we do the dirty.
And eat bad candy.
Hey, Mike, you go in there and prove to her that the Force is a female.
Yeah, Operation
there you go.
Brown Penetration now is in effect.
No video, Ryan.
Here's the thing. If you actually are a Star Wars fan, you actually care about Star Wars, you would do it. All right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it.
For the
Just
fan.
saying. It's not like I'm asking you to fuck Dylan Mulvaney or something, right? Like,
Right. I'm not doing Lizzo either.
yes,
Ooh.
I don't know if I would do that one.
That's too much cushion for the pushing.
I could die in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say your life's at risk.
I mean, at least not without a U-Haul and a weight harness.
Yeah, you have to strap yourself in because she can throw you.
And for the record, I see the chat asking, would I have sex with Kathleen Kennedy to save Star Wars? Of course I would. I'm a Star Wars fan. Of course I would do that. Not even a question.
I mean, you
Part of
eat
the
shit
ship,
off
part
the
of the
floor,
crew.
so going down on Kathleen Kennedy is probably, the same.
Ooh. I didn't say I'd go down.
The fucking
That's different
smells,
than.
man.
just
I mean, I'll go
going there.
down there, but I'm going to need a snorkel. I'm going to need some gear,
That's different than just going down.
And a
Or that's
flashlight.
different than just having sex. That's way more personal, right? Magnum Norse for 10. She has the Kennedy files hidden in her trap. Maybe.
Ew.
The most, even more secure than the Disney vault.
That's more secure than
Spazraz.
Fort Knox.
Spazraz for 5. Heard Henry Cavill's gonna voice Link in the Zelda movie. Let's fucking go. Zelda movie would kill it. That's the first I've heard that.
Yeah, first
it
I've
sounds
heard.
like not a
It's
real
what-
thing, but
Yeah.
I mean maybe.
Well, they're doing a Minecraft movie.
Link
How?
Zelda movie. Henry Cavill. Let's see the source of this. It's from Giant Freaking Robot. So,
Grain of salt.
yeah, that's the definition of a grain. But yeah, if that's the actual source of this, it says exclusive to Giant Freaking Robot. So I would definitely put a little maybe on that one. But we'll see. Open airlock policy. Our man Tim, who will be back on this stream at some point, says, "Happy Easter, buddy." You've had a lot to talk about, certainly on your live streams. Magnum Norse for $5. Was that Ray? Was what Ray? Was what Ray?
I'm confused.
I'm confused too. Maybe we showed something. Also, this Giant Freaking Robot article, it says it was updated around a week ago. That could certainly be a April Fool's. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, pretty much a lot of stuff on Giant Freaking Robot is kind of April Fool's. So, not sure.
What a great business plan. Just make up shit all the time. So much better than actually doing research and finding things.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Junkman, hey, Junkman, who's always gonna give a good fight in the chat. Says, don't agree with most of you, but love you guys for fighting the fight. Have fun, gotta run, give him hell, Ryan. Thank you, Junkman. Junkman, you gotta love that Junkman. And if you don't get him, he might get to you. That's for sure.
Mhm.
But
I was honored. I finally got in a Twitter fight with him last year sometime. It was great.
yeah, he lives for the troll. So Junkman's a good dude though.
Yeah, but I agree. He's a totally good dude.
Magnum Norse for I just said, was that Ray? Yeah, I don't know who was Ray, but Eric John Pizza Artist for 2. Your new G.I. Joe in the works with Michael Keaton. What?
Why?
You guys just giving me fucking fake shit now?
Yeah.
Basically.
Who would he be?
From hisstank.com. Rumor. I don't. This sounds like an actual like G.I. Joe site or something. Industry Insider Inlight Clint is tweeting Paramount Pictures looking to reboot G.I. Joe live action movie franchise with David Ellison at the helm. They're also eyeing Michael Keaton for an unspecified role.
You probably have to be General Hawk.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be Batman anymore, so gotta do something. But listen, we talked a lot about Star Wars, how shitty it is. I want to talk about something that's been a huge positive, and that's the Mario movie. The Mario movie is making bank. Like, it is making fucking bank. It just broke the record. Obviously not adjusted for inflation or anything, but it broke the record for the biggest worldwide opening of an animated movie ever in history.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see it tomorrow.
113 million. It's on now.
377 million is the projection right now, based on what they think it's going to do today for the overall long weekend number. Yeah. That is nuts. That beats Frozen 2. That's higher than all the other Illumination, like Despicable Me movies. higher than any other Disney animated movie you've ever seen. I don't know if it had the same legs as some of these things, but I would say right now $1 billion is almost guaranteed in the bag at this point. And it's kind of how high will it go?
Looks like Odin's eating pineapple pizza.
Could it just hit $999,999? That would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If it just made that and didn't go over.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be
Oh, yeah, the
hilarious.
Jeremy eating the pizza.
It gets to
Jeremy
900
suffer.
million, and then it slowly crawls the rest of its run.
Odin said it wouldn't do over $1 billion.
I just want to see Jeremy
Yeah.
suffer.
So 4 years ago, they not 4 years, like 4 months ago. Sorry, 4 months ago, when I think the first trailer came out or whatever, Jeremy said, "I think this movie's going to do $1 billion," and Odin said, "No, I don't think so." They had a big fight, and a bet got placed about pineapple on pizza.
No.
So if it hits $1 billion,
Mhm.
Odin has to eat pineapple pizza, and if it comes in less than that, then Jeremy does. I think it's looking pretty good for Jeremy's side of the bet right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Either way, Gary's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Gary's an evil
Yeah.
man.
Well, Grace Randolph also said it wouldn't go over $1 billion.
No,
Is that
fuck
what
her.
she
What
said, or
she
did she
know?
just say she didn't like it?
Both.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear the clip of her saying it won't go over.
Yeah,
$1
we
billion.
we kind of EFAP'd her review on Midnight Edge After Dark.
I could not get through a Grace Randolph.
Bro, I
video.
can't stand her voice, bro. Who watches this whore?
I can't. Go through it either. I just click-
Middle-aged
Whoa.
swing moms, that's who.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, what really freaks me out is her freaking thumbnails with that freaking facial expression she has on her thing. That freaks me out.
I think that like this clearly this is not a movie that is going to resound with the majority of movie critic people, right?
No.
Because it's not that type of fucking movie. So it's no surprise to me that there's 55% on it. The initial reviews that came out, I said it reminds me a lot of the Sonic movie, with people kind of complaining about some of the elements that fans are really liking, that are like callbacks to the games. That it's clear there's just like a disconnect. And then the fans came in, they loved the Sonic movie. This is next level. This is people love it, but it's a brand that far exceeds Sonic.
It made $55 million on Friday. 55
And
million.
like 57 on Saturday or something.
Well, I mean, Mario is the Spider-Man of the Nintendo universe, so.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw an article headline, because I don't read these fucking things. I saw this on Twitter, and I think it was like IGN or something, and it's like the Mario movie has all the charms of an unplugged Game Boy, and I'm like, well, clearly you guys have no idea what you're talking about, because Game Boys run on batteries.
Well,
I mean, they did have adapters later.
Yeah, here's another thing. You know, when it comes to those games and all that stuff, all it really is a video game, but all you're seeing is the cutscenes without the gameplay. That's all it really is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because everybody who probably watches, walkthroughs on YouTube. So, and you see, you can watch this without just the cutscenes, and that's all it is.
I mean, that's basically what any video game movie should be.
Yeah.
But I think what they fail to understand is that in gaming, Mario is number one. I mean, I don't like Nintendo. I like the Mario, but I've hated Nintendo all my life. But Mario, when it comes to being known in the community, he's number one, and it's not even close. There's nothing even close to the Mario franchise in gaming.
No.
The thing is, it's been around so long, and like it's something that like my parents were familiar with, like, so it goes across so many different generations, from fairly old to people who are playing Nintendo Switch right now. And this movie had a little bit for everybody. It had callbacks to the first games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It had callbacks to Switch games that were just released. It had Mario Kart in there. It had all this stuff, and I think it was just really well done. And is it light on the story? Yes, certainly it is. But this is they know who their target audience is, and they have fucking knocked it out of the park. This
week's spring.
Go ahead.
Oh, he froze.
He did freeze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Clip
Rip.
it, meme them.
He's frozen. But
Rip internet.
I want to. Okay. I know I haven't seen the movie, but I did hear about I think it was I can't remember who. I think it was like Az or Garrett. Or somebody I was watching a live stream about. They were talking about how Peach, she wasn't really saved and all that stuff, but she still let Mario, take the win. But I was kind of thinking, usually I would
let Mario take the win. Mario saved everybody. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, when it comes to Peach, it would have been it would be nice to see, Mario save Peach, at least 2 or 3 times during the movie. That way, because it will build, say, like, okay, Peach can now trust Mario more than what she already does. That would kind of make the story a little bit more connected.
I've talked about it before. I think that Peach is a little girl boss in this. I think it makes sense for the universe and how they established it. I think 1 or 2 lines of dialogue from her talking about a little bit about her maybe uncertainty and scared that she couldn't protect her toads, right? Mushroom Kingdom, I think would have gone a long way for that. Overall, Mario came in there. He had a chip on his shoulder, the way his family had treated him, the way he felt like he'd been treated his whole life. He succeeds. He is the hero. He gets the army. He saves the princess. He does everything. He is the hero of the movie. And it sets up for the future of his, universe there, which is great. But what were you going to say before you froze, Mexican Iron Man?
Oh, I was just going to say my kid's seen it this week because he's going out of school and he's going with a bunch of his friends. Like, they haven't even seen it yet. They're going on spring break this week. There's like 5 of them that are going, and their little group of kids. They're all 10. I think I think this thing's just going to have legs and go.
The energy in the theaters. I've been to the movie twice now. The energy in the theaters it's palpable. There's a lot of excitement for it. There's 50-year-olds dressed up. There's 9-year-olds dressed up in Mario to go see this shit. So
yeah, there's really no competition though.
Illumination, Universal, they know how to market this shit. It's their wheelhouse. Look at the Minions movies and what they're able to do with those things. Like they know how to get the message out there to the audience. They know how to get butts in seats for those things. And now you actually add in this pre-built fan base with this type of IP. And I think you're just looking at next level success with this.
Yeah, because Chris Pratt said this is season. We could be looking at 10 years worth of a universe, but we don't know until we see another movie come out. We don't know if it's going to be. We don't know if it's going to be like a sequel to this one, or it's going to be one of the other Nintendo movies. How Marvel used to do, like have these standalone movies and bring them all together into one, or just keep them or just keep them standalone, separate from each other.
I don't think they're going to do that. If they are going to tell multiple movies, if they're going to do a Donkey Kong movie, a Star Fox movie, whatever, they're probably going to want to do an MCU thing with it. The problem with that is it's the same problem that the MCU had, is you have all these disparate stories. For Mario, you have Mario RPG, you have Mario 64, you have Mario, Paper Mario. You have all these different stories that have been told within the Mario universe that don't really connect to each other directly, but they're all a way you can tell the story. So it's going to be the same thing, as you're going to have the same problem, especially if they don't lay out a plan, if they don't go over all of their source material and make something that can be interconnected. Otherwise, you're just going to have it go for a little bit, like the MCU did, and then they're going to fall right on their face when they run out of a plan.
And the Minions and the whole Despicable Me is surviving. So I think they may pull this off, because what I see from Mario Kart, Universal Studios, Geeks and Gamers playing the games, every week you see.
Wait. Geeks and Gamers plays video games? Ryan, is that true?
I mean, I don't, but yeah.
I said Geeks and Gamers. I didn't say Ryan. I
was talking to Ryan. I was saying Geeks and Gamers plays video games. Is that true, Ryan?
But the point being, I'm not a gamer. I just see it. But what I see when I see games, when I see Krista Novus gaming, when I see Jeremy doing it, and the whole gang, and the audience reacting, and I see the part copy and all that stuff, it's a franchise that's ripe for good content. But again, you have to have a good captain stewarding the ship through it, and I think they have a chance of doing it. And again, it's right, because you have Star Wars is dead, Star Trek is dead, Marvel is gone. DC's on the ropes. You have this, and this could be something different. So again, let's hope the market proves that they see this, but then somebody is smart enough not to rush in. We'll see.
Don't forget about Indiana Jones, because that's about to put one more nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, a lot of people, that was already dead for a lot
There
of
only
people.
there were only 3 Indiana Jones films.
Okay.
And yeah, you can do a Legend of Zelda movie. You can do a Star Fox movie. Like there's so much stuff they could do with this animated Nintendo universe if they want to, and I hope they do. Again, not all those movies are going to be made for everybody, based on if you're a fan of something or not, but they are catering to the fans, which is absolutely a good thing. Someone says Tom Cruise is Star Fox. Yes, let's do it.
And if that's the case with all these movies, they can bring them all together and make a Smash movie. Watch them, fight each other, which I wouldn't mind seeing.
I want to see a Shadow of the Colossus movie.
That would be a good one.
If they did a Smash Bros. Movie, it would have to be something like Ready Player One.
I mean, they already there were elements of Smash kind of in this movie. You know what I mean? With the stage with Donkey Kong and Mario and stuff. But yeah, if you're gonna do an actual Super Smash Brothers thing, I don't know how quite you would work all these different universes together unless you did have some kind of multiverse merging of things. Maybe you could do it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you think this thing's gonna just fuel the shit out of the new world that they're building over there at Universal in Orlando? You're a Florida guy. I mean, is there excitement? And I mean, I think this is just gonna feed right into that. I think they're gonna have a blockbuster year.
Oh, I think so. I don't even know if you have to wait another year for that thing or how long it's going to take. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of Nintendo fans around the world, and they're excited for this movie. They're excited to go to the theme parks and go to these things. They're excited by every single fucking Mario game that comes out on Switch. So they are there. And it's not super complicated. You just have to make it feel like what they're used to. And
yeah, because if I'm off the road for time off on the week that Mario World opens up in Orlando, I'm gonna be down there for its opening. I'll hang out with you guys with the park hop crew and all that, just have fun.
Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to that Super Mario World. That'll be cool. Or Super Nintendo World. Gabriel Knight for 10. I'd recommend paying $7 a month of Apple TV to watch Tetris. Cheaper than a ticket at the cinema, and the best movie I've seen this year. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go cancel my Apple TV. I did hear Tetris is good. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but
I had no idea what was coming. I had no idea there was one.
Tom Connors loved the crap out of it. I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard good things about it, but it's probably good enough for me to probably pirate it.
There you go. Go through the effort of pirating it. Yeah, I do not have Apple TV. I don't have any Apple products. So I don't really know I don't even know what's on Apple TV, but I have to check it out.
That's the only thing I think you and there are very few things me and Ryan don't agree on. And so I'm going to have to claim that, I'm a beta ass bitch. I think that's what he called me because I have Apple products.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you're just sucked into the ecosystem and you make my job of repairing shit even harder because Apple doesn't like people like me.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like I'm sucked in, like I'm a drug, like I'm addicted to this thing like a drug. I can't get out.
Yeah, you've been programmed for so long to use it. You're scared to leave. You're scared to get out of the matrix. So you just keep on taking that Apple blue pill.
Yeah, taking that Apple pogo stick up the ass every time they do something to force me to upgrade.
Exactly. Brian Clotter for 2. You think John Leguizamo's losing it right now? John Leguizamo is probably just pissing and shitting himself after talking all this shit about the Mario movie, and it's making so much money.
Dude, I hate that.
I've seen some unhinged things on Twitter from him.
I mean,
I hate that guy so bad. I hate him. I mean, little Latinx grifter. He's a fucking Colombian, and he's had a good career in Hollywood. And he just won't shut up. I hate that motherfucker almost as much as I hate KK. Almost.
I liked him when he played Clown in Spawn, and when he played Chi-Chi in Tu Wong Fu. That's probably one of his better movies that he's been in.
I like watching him get sliced and diced at the end of that Santa Claus movie that came out last year.
Yeah, best part of that movie.
Eric John, pizza artist for 2, Zelda movie with a fire score based on the first game.
Yeah.
I think a Zelda movie would make a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they got a story to it. It's got story.
Lord Baratheon for 5. Ryan, do you think Star Wars Rebels fans will like the Ahsoka show or will they hate it? I think that if you like Star Wars Rebels, you're probably going to love the Ahsoka show.
Jeremy.
I think most people that'll be the case because I mean, you're picking up where they left off. You're getting to see Sabine. You're getting to see Hera. Now, albeit some of them look like dog shit compared to what they should look like based off their animation, but I don't think Ahsoka looks very good either. So, but you're going to see these characters. They're going to chase fake Grand Admiral Thrawn down. They're going to find Space Aladdin. You know, so if you like Star Wars Rebels, if you're invested in that, you probably honestly are going to like Ahsoka because it's essentially, you know, Rebels 2.0. It's the culmination of that story. So, it's not for me certainly. Echo. Me?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know who's got an echo.
All right, you guys can hear me twice. Eric John, pizza artist for 2, Contra movie with Roman Reigns and MJF. MJF. Michael J. Fox?
No, not Michael J. Fox. Shoot, he's from AEW.
Oh,
If he was
okay.
here, he would know.
Fuck Roman
no.
Reigns.
Yeah, he's a prick.
Contra movie with Roman Reigns. Get Roman Reigns in more movies so he can stop being in wrestling. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably still going to win.
On Streamlabs Conspiracy Theory, bro for 5 says I'm still traumatized from Megan Thee Stallion twerking in She-Hulk. As soon as Lizzo appeared in The Mandalorian, I had to stop. I needed to verify there was no Lizzo twerking before I continued watching. Imagine the onset tremors if she twerked.
Oh man, it
Jesus.
could be an
We'd still be
imperial
feeling
weapon.
the aftershocks today.
Yeah.
Alderaan 2.0.
Can you imagine the special trailer they needed for her on set? The thing must have had like a garage door opener just for her to get in.
Bro,
and out
that's an extra long U-Haul. Fuck, I ain't paying for that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd be overweight if I put it in my truck.
They used the truck from SeaWorld.
Oh yeah, I was really confused by the MJF, Michael J. Fox, because it's like
No,
I don't know what Michael J. Fox is doing anymore.
no, he's retired.
Tired.
I know
Bake and bake, baby.
he's a little shaky. Yeah,
He's a little shaky.
yeah. His career's on shaky legs right now. But I love Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about the Back to the Future reboot that'll inevitably happen? Are you guys excited for that?
They're waiting patient. They're waiting patiently for
Oh, he fell out.
ready.
I am more excited for my first bout of hernia than I am for that.
Again, like, just make it historically bad. I think, Ryan, you were on one of Chris Gore's live stream when someone had a version of it, like the all woke version of Back to the Future. It's like Black to the Future or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it that bad. Make it that bad. I want to see it that
like a Key and Peele speech.
Make it.
let them go full into their ideology. Don't let them just like little hint in there. Let them run free with it. And
Make it a full
laugh.
blaxploitation movie. Full on.
no, that'd be cool.
Oh,
Get a little
Yeah,
Black
that'd
Dynamite
probably be a
feel to
good
it.
movie.
Shaft.
I just saw random NBA news about. I don't know if there's any Heat fans, but Udonis Haslem just played his last game at regular season, probably his last game ever, and he like went off. He's like 45 years old or some shit.
And yet LeBron is still playing. What the fuck?
Magnum Norris for 5, Ahsoka in La Coca Nostra, Cállate la Boca.
Mexican Iron Man, we need a
Yeah, what does that
translation.
mean?
In La Coca Nostra,
Like
cállate la
nose
boca.
candy.
Yeah, that means
something-
shut your mouth. Cállate la boca. Coca Nostra is, well, you know,
What does that mean?
cocaine.
Yeah, okay, that's what I said. Nose candy, yeah.
Yeah, cocaine. Cocaine.
So-
Learn Spanish, please, everybody.
So
please.
shut your mouth with the cocaine.
I know
No,
all the
Ahsoka
Spanish
and La
money.
Coca Nostra, like our cocaine, like it's the name of like her show. Like it would be our show.
Okay.
It's a joke. It's a good joke because she's in white, you know, the white No.
Ah, okay. All right. Listen, I consider myself a pretty cultured individual. I respect other cultures. I'm just trying to understand.
And I am here as your chief diversity officer to provide the bridge.
Flips the fucking hat
Right.
sideways.
Dorothy, this
right.
is a do-rag.
But I got it. I knew it was cocaine, so that's good at least. Eric John Pizza Artist for 2. Michael J. Fox could be in the new Tremors movie.
He could be the Tremor.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's awful, but it's fun.
I mean, yeah, you gotta have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
Can my mom get a job? She can be the bartender. Easy shake.
And Michael J. Fox did a whole episode on Curb Your Enthusiasm where he's making too much noise above Larry's apartment, and he's like, "Dude, you're stomping around," and he couldn't like really call him out because he's Michael J. Fox. But yeah, I think he has a sense of humor about it.
Oh yeah, he does.
For sure, you have to. I think you have to.
Yeah.
All right, guys, but I think that's really all we had on the docket today. This is not a replacement for my stream I'm doing. I will still be going live at 6:30 Eastern over on RK Outpost, so don't worry, you'll still get that stream. But I want to make sure we had some time for these guys to talk, and fucking flew by. But God, there's so much bad Star Wars news to talk about.
Yeah, it's good thing I'm enjoying
more
this stream better than the damn Cubs game. They're losing badly.
There's more that we can't talk about because so much stuff is like behind the scenes, isn't released yet. Star Wars wise, a lot of these trailers, a lot of these things for like fucking Acolyte and stuff like that, those will be coming out to the public soon. So at least then we'll be able to talk about those.
And you all know Kathleen Kennedy just came out and said, "Quality is always everything." Right?
Quality is always what? I didn't hear that.
Quality is always everything.
It's all about quality, not quantity for Star Wars, okay? So,
yeah, okay.
thank you, Kathleen Kennedy. 3 more years. 3 more years for Kathleen Kennedy, as if there was ever any doubt.
But remember, when she retires in about 10 years, our good friend, Mr. Doomdick, is going to say, after he said 58,000 times she's going to quit or she's fired, Doomcock was right. Right?
No. Just remember, even when she does retire, no one's ever really gone.
Hey, even when I disagree with DC, he's still a friend of mine, even though I disagree with him on all this KK stuff immensely. So.
No, I respect you, Mike. I respect you.
I mean, he's one of my best friends, but he and I don't agree on everything. I'll tell you that. Even though I live stream with him once a week for 4 to 6 hours, but I mean, this bitch. I've lived and worked in Hollywood, and I had an office there. These people are exactly the way Ryan says they are. They think a totally different way than any of us think. And the biggest fights I get into lately on YouTube is about they're like, well, once they realize they're losing money, they'll stop. No, they're not that way. So long as they're subsidized some way, stock price is something else, they keep behaving the same way, which is the way that they don't give a shit about what any of us think.
I just know the day she's going to retire, if it ever happens, it's going to be the biggest celebration. I hope it happens on a Friday or Saturday, and I want you to get everybody on the stream, 50, 60 YouTubers on the stream, and just celebrating.
Bro, I think this
opening champagne, just spraying it everywhere, shaking the champagne, just
brother. Even if and when she ever goes, I think she's gonna leave with some producer credits, and I think she's gonna have her hand in shit till literally until she dies or decides she's too tired to do shit. That's. Because think about it, if she's got stuff on people in Hollywood, it doesn't matter if she's head of the studio or not. She's always going to have that shit on people if she has anything. And so until she literally goes away, she will never be gone. That's what I say.
Yeah, and I don't think that what I really hope comes from this celebration is that people who have been holding on to this hope because of like rumors or whispers or whatever, I really hope that a lot of those people can let that go, because I feel like that's not to say that nobody can have hope for Star Wars or whatever. You can, but if you're having hope because you think that the sequel trilogy is going to be retconned by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I really hope you can let that go. Like I think that that's unhealthy, and I think it's being fed like very intentionally. So I hope that can go away now that we have some more of these announcements. Plus, if you just looked in front of your very fucking eyes in every season of The Mandalorian, all the connections they've already made, like it was always going to lead to the sequel trilogy. So that's something that I hope, maybe some good can come these announcements at Star Wars Celebration for sure.
So
go ahead.
while we're still on the topic of like retconning and rebooting, did you guys hear that Harry Potter's going to get rebooted again?
Yes.
Well, not again, just rebooted.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm kind of like hesitant about it because I think it's going to be shit probably. But the right way to tell those stories is absolutely with 8-episode seasons for each book on HBO. Like that is absolutely the right way to tell those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those books are
all new
long.
cast. The tough thing I think will be so many people, whether you're a book fan or a movie fan or both, you associate those characters with the actors.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Like we did
McGonagall, Snape, Hagrid. Not even so much like the big three. Like not even so much, Harry, Ron, Hermione. It's almost like these other characters that I feel like are going to be impossible to separate.
Especially like Neville, who how he started out in the first book and how he ended in the last book, because he had a really big character development during those books and in the movies also. So he is actually one of my favorite characters.
Well, yeah, that's because Neville Longbottom is the epitome of a true quote unquote Gryffindor house member. Like he had to overcome a whole literally crippling fear of everything remotely dangerous, to the point to where what movie was it? Was it book 3 where he was trying to stand up to Ron? Or no, it was book 2, Chamber of Secrets. He was standing up to the big 3 and
no, that was book 1, if that's what you're talking
the
about.
first book, he tried to stop her from going out when they were going to try to get the Sorcerer's Stone.
That's right, book 1. See, it's been so long since I've read them, but like that takes giant fucking gonads to tell your friends who are just more skilled than you in every fashion, hey, you guys cannot do this. And in the end, I mean, yeah, he gets stupefied by Hermione and just lays there paralyzed for a minute.
Petrificus Totalis. All right.
Yeah, Petrificus Totalis.
Whatever. I don't remember the fucking spells. I read the books when I was like.
It's not Wingardium Leviosa.
No, you're right though, and that's why you get at the end. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery to stand up in the face of your enemy, but even more to stand up to your friends.
That's how you got that 10 points to help Gryffindors win.
And at the end of the whole series, he was one of the ones on the front lines fighting against the Dark Lord because he knew that's what he had to do, despite all of his fears that he's had his whole life.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Ryan's a closet Hufflepuff. Go fuck yourself, Vertical Horizon.
How
dare ban your ass because of that.
On him.
Slytherin for life.
But yeah, if you can tell that Neville had more storylines in the books than the movies though too. He was actually a little more part with the first 3 in the first book.
What?
Yeah.
In the first book, Neville, he had a bigger role in the books than he did the movies.
Well, certainly, and when you have a 2-hour movie to tell a 13, 14, 15-hour book, yeah, of course. And that's why I like get excited about that, because to me, the entire Percy Weasley storyline from basically books 4 through 7 got completely cut out, and I feel like that's really impactful to see the stress that the Weasley family is under, all kind of for the sake of protecting Harry, and it just makes him feel even more guilty about everything that happens. And I just think there's so much that did get cut out from the books, rightly so. When you have to adapt them into movies, you got to make some decisions. But,
well, I think I know what Leguizamo can play. He can play Peeves in the reboot.
I mean, and to Ryan's point there about you have to cut stuff out, then make 2 movies. Make 3 movies. You don't just cut shit out because that's the norm of adapting. Because that's why we are where we are. When most books get adapted, they get adapted into crap.
Well, it is. If you're trying to make a series of movies, right? Say you're trying to make the Harry Potter series, it would be impossible to do, I don't know, 3 movies for every book. You know what I mean?
You might as well just make it episodic television at that point.
Unless you're doing episodic television, which that was just not a way that was not a super common way of doing things. in 2000 when they started making these movies. Now with streaming and with everything, that is becoming more popular. And I do think it's the better medium for these stories to be told.
You
I
only
think you
need to
can
look at
adequately
Lord of the
tell.
Rings.
I'm just hoping. I just hope they don't switch words around like they did with the movies and the books with Ron and Hermione, and a bunch of others.
Yeah,
and
I hope that they don't turn anybody black randomly.
I hope they. Well, I also hope they. If they do this, they need to at least make sure they at least tell a better story with Ginny and Harry, and how, because in the movies it was all like how the hell they get there. Because in the first book you could tell how their friendship developed to what they were at the end.
Yeah.
We got a couple more super chats real quick. Marcellus for 5. Not going to happen, Ryan. Delusional fans are still making videos about Ahsoka show using World Between Worlds to change the outcome of the Skywalkers. Well, I guess somebody tell that to Rey's movie.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually did end up in that movie.
Magnum Norris for 5. You know what's going to happen? Ahsoka's going to use the World Between Worlds, but not to go and retcon anything. She's just going to travel to the future so she can be part of the Rey movie too.
Yep.
The two chosen ones of the Star Wars universe need to have a movie together. Rey and
Grogu
Ahsoka
will be with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll pick him up on the way.
Yeah.
Potter Puff Star Wars power.
But dude, they're doubling down. Hey, Bo-Katan's
the power
replacing
of friendship
Din
and
Djarin.
love and inclusivity and diversity.
Didn't they fall in love?
They scissor. They raise Kylo Ren's Force baby together.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, when they make these, I so badly want to see the Chinese version.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
God. Magnum Norris for 5. I joked in Spanish and Kiddo had a problem with it. And he proceeded to insult everyone. Not complaining, just saying. I didn't have a problem with it. I was just trying to figure out what it said. That's all. I was trying to understand you.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of gringos here who don't know Spanish.
Except for Mexican Iron Man.
I do.
Well, I know
Yo
a little bit
hablo
about
español.
you.
Okay, so I'm actually Hispanic.
Me llamo Ryan.
For the record. I protect this motherfucker.
6 Scale Mafia for 10. Hey, Ryan, big time fan. Wanted to say what's up. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, sir. Star Wars news left me very disappointed. Are they trying to rip Heir to the Empire now and swap Luke? Yes. That's what the plan has been since she popped up in Mandalorian. I said I think they're going to redo Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka as the lead character. Seems to be what they're doing, and that is very unfortunate.
Dude,
That is not
I would
honoring
probably
the expanded universe. That is not adapting the expanded universe. That is picking
copy and paste
off. No, it's picking off little bits of a corpse that you killed and that you threw in a dumpster a decade ago, and pretending like you're honoring something. Fuck off with that. I hate it.
Yeah, I would actually make me want to watch the TV show and then turn around and reread the books just to see what's different and what's the same.
With that being said, guys, we are going to wrap it up. I'm going to let my guests tell you where they are and where you can find them if they got anything to promote. Eric John Pizza Artist, Mike Zero was right again. Thank you, Eric John. he does. Mike Zero doesn't have a great track record either. But
No.
Hey, Patty, you got anything to promote?
I do not.
Right. Well, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Always.
Sir Reefer, usually don't have anything to promote either.
No, I actually do. I've been shit posting on Twitter literally because I only tweet from the shitter. I've made that my commitment. I will scroll, I will like, and I will retweet, but I will only ever actually tweet something from the toilet and then never look at it again because it's just so funny seeing people blow up in my fucking replies. If you want to follow me on Twitter for that, it's just at SirReefer76. That's about it. I shit post about things that I kind of give a fuck about.
There you go. I just put it in the chat there so you guys can follow him and get updates from the shitter.
Yep.
Ruben Christopher Haynes. I know you're over on Rumble now, right?
Yes, I'm exclusively on Rumble right now. I'm launching 6 channels simultaneously. Wow. Conjecture will be my take on writing official papers debunking all this crap. It's going to be a Rumble exclusive. I call it out. It's on there. My Persistence is my blog regarding just my personal thing. I have a weight loss channel and health channel. It's called My Weight Loss Quest. I'm launching an interview channel called Not Associated With, which is in homage to what Zack Snyder did to you all. And basically, the whole riff there is I'm not associated with these guys. I'm also going to be doing a comedy called Extra Large Reed Richards. So basically being the smartest man and, whatever, just having fun. And the last one is about love and beyond, about loving yourself and being a stronger person. So all this is going to be there. Catch a link there and follow me because that's, again, only Rumble, getting content out there and then making sure that I get healthier every day. Thank you. Sorry.
There you go. No, hey, thanks for being here, Ruben. We appreciate it, man. And I put your link in chat. Flaccid Phoenix, where can people find you?
Hey, thanks for having me on YouTube primarily. I'm on Twitter a little bit, but it's mostly just to promote stuff on YouTube. But yeah, go over to my channel, Flaccid Phoenix, where our motto is giving you the post-nut clarity on all things pop culture. For 8 weeks now, we've been doing a live stream Monday night, so tomorrow night at 9 p.m., which is called the Premature Ejection live stream. We have a bunch of people on talking like guys, like locker room talk when you talk about geek pop culture. And so there's some serious questions. There's also really funny questions we have in there, but then throughout the stream we eject people throughout the stream and see who will last the longest. Lofty is a regular over there, and for $10 you can eject any member on the stream, and for $100, which has happened multiple times now, you can eject a host, which is me and my co-host. So go ahead, check us out over there. We'll be covering Mario, Star Wars, and maybe some Barbie stuff, because Ryan Goss, the goose looks great, so can't help it. But
well, there you go. Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for being here. Go check out his channel. I dumped it in the chat as well. Mexican Iron Man, who seems like he's everywhere. What do you got to promote, buddy? And thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Keep up the great work, Ryan. It's been an honor to watch you grow and be here for so many years. I'm just really proud of you, man. I really am. Great work on the channel, and thanks for having me. And it's if you're not already a member, become a member, everybody. And if you're already a member, consider upgrading. Now Ryan does more for his members for what you pay than any other channel, and I've got over 20-30 memberships. And I know that's tough to say because I'm a Midnight Sedge guy, but you really do. You go above and beyond taking care of your people, Ryan, and I want to call you out for that. But anyway, so when I'm not here, I'm a lot of places, but mostly I'm with Andre and Tom over at Midnight Sedge and Midnight Sedge After Dark.
There you go. So Midnight's Edge, he's also a regular over on the Echo Base Network. To be everywhere. And he shows up and streams with Doomcock as well. So, follow Mike and support him everywhere and all the people that he's supporting. So thank you, buddy. Subhuman, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, same name, and you can also find me here on YouTube with the same name. This Saturday, since I'm home, I'm going to be doing a live stream. I don't know what time, but it will be a birthday live stream because my birthday is on Wednesday, so I'm going to do it on Saturday. So be sure to stop by, and happy Easter, and don't forget to purchase Drunk Fleetwood's book. It'll be a good one.
Yes, that's right. Achromatic Chronicles Blue. He's over 80K now, right?
Yeah, he's getting there.
Wow.
He's either getting there or he's passed.
Crazy. Well, thank you, Subhuman. I put Subhuman's link in the chat. And last but certainly not least, he's only last because his internet cut out, so he got dropped down to the bottom. Mr. J.
Intentional. Yeah, nothing to plug here. Nothing to plug. I'm just the average nerd. Sometimes on Twitter. That's it.
There you go. Hey, big shout out to all these guys for joining us. If they got channels, support them. If they don't, then I guess you got nowhere to support these guys. But either way, I appreciate them coming on and shooting the shit with me for a while. And we had over 600 people in chat at one point in time. Just kind of crazy for this stream. Just being honest, kind of crazy for this stream. But I do really appreciate all you guys. I will see everybody with me, myself, and I in 2 hours over on RK Outpost Live. I'll get that stream set up shortly here for our normal Sunday stream. Happy Easter to everyone. He is risen, and we will talk to you later. Peace.
Later.
Goodbye.